So it's restock day, which means it is Thursday, and we have got a lot to do today because it's restock day, and Krista and Tanya are off today because they are off celebrating their anniversary. But all of this stuff, I don't even know how to flip the camera around on. There we go. All this stuff is fixing to go out. All this stuff in these pallets here, all back here, all over here. All this stuff is going out today. These pallets over here are going out because David and Whitney hard at work along with Desi. Of course, Desi is always hard at work. But there's a ton of stuff that's going out today, and it's also a super exciting day, which we'll tell you about here in a little while. Hello, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jessica.
Years back, we set out to find a lifestyle that allowed us to live comfortably, homeschool our 3 children, and make a life and legacy we would be proud of.
Reselling liquidated goods both online and locally through our bin store was the vehicle that allowed us to do just that.
It's hard work, it's constantly changing, but we wouldn't trade it for the world.
Here's the story of how our small business runs in the midst of all the challenges life throws at us.
As always, thank you for stopping by, and come on in.
Restock day, like, you think that it would be a little more relaxing because, you know, we don't have a lot of customers and stuff. But in fact, Thursday, restock day, is the busiest day of the week and probably the most exhausting day of the week. It requires a lot of planning, which that guy, where is he? Right there. That guy plans everything, puts all the aces in their places, and I'm already tired, and it's only 10:45.
So we've been buying a lot of Target stuff lately, like a lot of Target loads, and I'm loving it because the quality is amazing compared to Amazon. That I found that I don't know, a lot of bin stores, I don't know if they track like end of week waste, the leftover items. I call it waste, even though we do sell it all. Is that since we've started using a lot more Target stuff, our end of the week waste has greatly reduced, right? So if we put out 5,000 items before, and say the end of the week, 15% of those items don't sell, right? Well, that's like 750 items, right? And a lot of people realize is that these items in the bins, they've cost, $2, $3, $4 an item. So if you have 750 items that don't sell, and say at $3, that's $2,000 and something dollars of stuff that didn't sell, right? But Target, I found that we don't have near as much waste, which is exciting. But a downfall of that is you get a lot of stuff like this playground over here. Now this is Target playground, so if you don't want to see I say playground, it's the stuff that when you walk into Target, it's the stuff that you see when you first walk in. We get tons of that, like this chalk.
Good chalk. Great chalk.
And it all has prices on it, which is neat if the prices are like $30. But like this chalk here is $3. So it's not going to sell until at least $2 day because the value perception isn't there. So you see all these items, like, yeah, it's a lot of items, but they're not going to sell until $1 day, more than likely.
Okay, now you got it! Woo! Now most of the restock has been done, like the main portion of it. So there's a lot of like everything in the bins is full. We just went through and we took everything out of the little boxes. I had some tiny helper hands help me with that. They did an amazing job. Now that the big stuff is done, now it's time for those small, minute details. So we are updating this retail wall. So a lot of this stuff that's on the wall that has dropped down to $10, they're gonna go ahead and go into the bins. And then those holes will be filled with new things. So we've got that going on for us. And then also we're working on the clothing rack section there in the back. kind of organizing everything. Joe's building a new clothing rack so we can put even more clothes out, because we have been selling some clothes these last couple of weeks and it's been pretty fantastic.
You all done, bud? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Were you helping me building that? Yeah. You want to tell them what you did? No. You want me to? All right.
What's that?
So as Jessica was saying about the clothing, we have been selling a lot of clothing. Ever since we started hanging it on racks, we've been selling a lot more clothing. But I didn't quite like the racks that we were using before, because if I can turn around the camera and show you, because they're very good for starting to get clothes like hung up before restock. But when we are having them during the sales cycle, they would move around. They were very good against the wall, but when we'd have them in the middle, they would move around. So I found these, they're actual double-sided clothing racks, and I got them from Amazon. I don't like ordering from Amazon, but they're only $100. They're on sale for $99, and I've bought 5 of them so far. But they're very diverse, and I think that's the thing that I love the different racks and why I like the bins over there so much, is because they're diverse. With like these here, you can raise them up really high, you can hang long dresses, long pants, but then they've got attachments to where you can also raise up that rack. You can raise it up, but then you can add another bar down low, which I have some to be able to put on there, because you can get a lot more items on the same 4-foot space. And if you are space challenged, not like you're space challenged, but if space is an issue for you, then having racks like these that you can that are very diverse to be able to use for lots of stuff. They even got cool little attachments that you can put on the top. Like they've got one little basket that you can get that goes on the top, which I'll probably get at some point in time. And then they've got these little attachments that go on the end that are round that make like a little end cap, which I'll probably get at some point as well. But they're amazing. I love them. I'm going to get more of them. I'm going to get some wheels to go on them because it's just a lot easier doing on these than it is on the other ones.
We are almost done. As you can see, most of everything is done. Whitney and Joe are right behind me, and they're finishing some final pricing for the retail wall, which can be a really tedious process because a lot of these boxes, they come in like just regular plain brown boxes like this one. So we always have to print out like the listing so that we know. Can you even see that? I don't know. Like this. Yeah. Print out the listing so that people can actually see what it is. Because a lot of times you just really don't know. But it's looking really good. It's looking really good. I like the way that it's looking so far. We've just got a few more things to do. We are all so tired. It's been a long day. Some, not me, but some people have been here since like 7:30 this morning, and it is now 5:30 in the afternoon. So it is it's an extremely long day, lots of hard work, lots of things that need to get done. And so one of the biggest things about it is communication and teamwork and putting people in different departments and just trying to get as much of it done as efficiently as possible. We're still working out the kinks, trying to figure out how do we make this easier? What things can we do during the week so that the rest of the week or the rest of Restock doesn't last so long? Because honestly, there's enough work here that we could all be here for a very, very long time, and sometimes we just have to find a time to call it quits. But as we finish up, put the last finishing touches on here, we're going to do a live video to show all of our local community some of the deals that they can get excited for when we open tomorrow, and then we've got one last thing to do.
Flips, which is a discount store located in Conway, Arkansas. We buy liquidated goods from big box retailers, online retailers, and we sell it in these bins on the shelves right there. There's a bunch of clothes back in the back. But every week on Thursdays we're closed. Every single week And they start off on Fridays in the bins for $10. Clothing starts off at $6, like clothing, hats, shoes, starts off at $6. And then these items here in the retail wall, they start off, depending on the condition, right around 50% of retail.
Okay, we're waiting on Joe to get here. He's following behind me, but I wanted to take a moment to show you this one last thing that we needed to do before we end our day. It has been a super long, exhausting restock, as it always is, but it's about to get easier. One of the main reasons we struggle so much with restock day is because we just don't have a lot of space. We have quickly outgrown this space, and I don't know if you remember how it was in the very first store when we operated out of our garage. We moved into another store, and then kind of had this like experiment where we would kind of set some stuff out. We didn't really do the falling prices model at first, but then when we tried it, we expanded so quickly we had to find another space. We found a 2,600 square foot space, the place that we're in now, and we were like, wow, this is so much room. I don't even think that we would need anything more than that. Well, we were wrong. So we've expanded the entire span of that building, leaving very small amount of space for storage, for processing. And so, with the number of employees that we have growing out, I am sweating because there's no air and electricity on here yet. But with the amount of all of that stuff going on, there's really no space whatsoever. It is eventually going to affect employee morale. It affects my morale. It is just overwhelming. And so now I bring you the next location of the family flips. It is about 8,000 square feet. I think Joe's here. Hold on.
The plan is to use this side of the, there's an echo in here, to use all of this right here for retail space. It will probably come to right around in here. That this whole, probably from the right of that door over there, over, will all be retail space. So a lot more space. We're just excited. So the cash register will go over there. Clothing, apparel department's going to go over here. We'll probably do retail area will be, you can't see my hand, in this area right here. And then all of our bins will have 2 rows of bins that are 4 foot by 12 feet long. And we'll have 2 rows that go all the way back. We'll have some against the wall. So it's exciting. It's gonna be a lot of work getting moved in and everything, but we're excited about it, even though it's gonna be like 6 to 7 weeks before we actually move in, because we've got to get stuff ready to be able to move in. But it's where we're gonna leave y'all today, because I don't know, it's almost 7 o'clock. We still gotta go home and get the kids fed, but we wanted to show this to y'all. They can't get the camera. There we go. But I don't know. Anyways, until next time, peace.